Okay, so like you said, you have a young child, and you have an amazing body for someone who has had a child. And in a few of your music videos, you do a little bit of boxing and stuff like that in your videos, and the main one for that is Fame Money Game. Yeah. No. Now I'm getting in trouble for apparently hitting on you. So yeah, you do music videos where you do a lot of boxing in them. Do you actually box?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to hit on her anymore.
No, this is a double trouble.
No, I'm going to sit and be quiet. I'm not. How long have you been? So, how long have you been boxing for?
I started when I was 15, and I did kickboxing at first. Then I moved on to Muay-Thai, which is same as kickboxing plus elbows and knees.
Ooh.
So all of them moves. And I went to the proper fight clubs, secret fight clubs, where you have obviously 3 basic rules, and the first of them you never talk about the fight club.
You broke that rule.
You just broke that rule, yeah? You just broke that rule.
I just broke that rule. Since I'm not there.
Since I can break that rule.
Yeah, since it was in Russia.
Yeah, since you're hidden out of that country.
Yeah, now I can just
hide.
I can just sell out. Well, so yeah, when I was 15, I started doing it quite very in a very serious way. It wasn't no fitness club type of environment. It was a proper fight club in a basement. And actually, the first one was with I went into this group of Chechen men. Basically, Chechen is the type of nation that lives in the south of Russia.
Okay.
It's a small nation, very notorious. And they tried to separate themselves from Russia for about 10 years, but it wasn't successful. But basically, because of that, that made them even more notorious. And basically, they had this secret group going on. And how I got into it was also all of a sudden I ran away. Basically, what happened? I ran away from 3 neo-Nazis in Russia, in Moscow, and I was lucky to run away from them because it was on the tube station. And although I passed by the policeman while I was running, who paid no attention.
Yeah, from what you said earlier, I don't think they would have paid attention, eh?
Yeah, and then I just jumped into the crowd that was going up the escalator, and that's how I was saved. But it was such a scary experience that I had to face my fears, come home, and I just decided, no, I need to at least overcome this psychological barrier and learn how to fight in case they were to reach me. So I told my mom, and my mom knew this guy who was teaching. He was a Chechen guy, and he was teaching in that group. So I got into kickboxing, and first time when I came there, it was just about 30, 40 at the different stages, men, aged 5, boys to men, aged 5 to in 40 something, learning to do kickboxing. I was the only female, and then they moved to another place, and I had to change the club, and I went to another fight club that was called Combat. And
were you allowed to say that? Were you allowed to say that? Did you leak your fight club there?
Yeah, well, well, that one was in the same area as well, and that's when I started doing Muay-Thai, and I got so just serious about it. There was a point when I was doing it 5-6 times a week, 2 hours a day. I really wanted. I was dreaming of becoming Shaolin warrior. Going to Shaolin one day. I still actually want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to really learn Kung Fu. But this is what I was told at that time, is that you can't really start learning Kung Fu until you've done a few years of other martial arts, and then you can move into doing Kung Fu.
So do you think you'll ever, if you were given the chance and you had the time, would you take up Kung Fu professionally?
Not professionally, but I would definitely would want to go and find a master and definitely learn that. Yeah, that'll be a great. But my transformation was pretty weird, because up until that point and that day that changed my life and I started doing that kickboxing, I was a chubby teenager that was skipping on all of them you know, physical exercises at school. I would agree with the teacher that in the end of the year I'll just help and sort out the dressing room and you know, do a bit of cleaning. So
that was me. I still am that person. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little bit chunky myself. I'm a little bit of a Carbosaurus. Carbosaurus Rex. Maybe I need to stop.
I was one of that. I was as well. Yeah.
I was a Carbosaurus.
I was a Carbosaurus. I was that panda, you know.
That panda. I'm turning into that panda. I think I need to start doing boxing and stuff like that and stop being a panda.
Well, if you need
I'll go to the underground.
Yeah.
I'll go underground. I'll call you and I'll be like, take me to that special fight club. And then like, I'll get all trained up.
Yeah, I mean, if you need lessons, I can teach you.
I just imagine everyone now going, I want Jason to get beaten up by her now. Everyone is probably going to be in the chat room like, I want you to hurt him. So have you ever performed in a boxing ring?
I have. I didn't want to take it professionally as much, although I had an opportunity to do that. But because I was doing music already at that time professionally, that was my main goal. I just kept it quite serious, but just in the fight club. However, there was an opportunity that I didn't turn down, and I was offered to perform in a cage.
In a cage?
On a big rave.
A cage fighter?
Yes, basically. There was a website called something like combats.ru or something like that. And that website was when all the geeks would go online and chat in the chat room to each other, or what type, how they would kick each other, you know. It was called like Fight Club basically, and they will assign nicknames to each other, and they'll do it all virtually. They were not real fighters or anything like that, but it was a big virtual community. So that website has anniversary party, and they did it in a huge club, put on a huge rave with about 5,000 people, and basically there was a cage, and they wanted to showcase different types of martial arts, and I was fighting the champion of Russia in Muay-Thai. She was
really?
Yeah, she was a bit heavier than me as well.
Was she a panda?
No, she wasn't a panda. She was proper, but it's just because she was in a different weight category. Yeah. She was a champion, you know.
Did you kick her?
I think we kicked each other, you know. So
yeah. Did you win?
On that stage, it wasn't much about the prize. It was more about really fighting each other. Like, we were told there's like proper full contact fight, but don't kill each other or anything. It's not about killing.
That's not fun.
The only fights Jason's ever been in is pillow fights.
I've only ever been in pillow fights.
But I was surrounded by all of those geeks who would usually sit down behind their computer screen and hide behind it and you know, write to each other. Yes, I'm gonna give you. I wanna kick you with
a good scene too.
With the left mabache into your right ear, you know, and they'll write it, but they'll never fought it actually in their life, and they'll be standing there around the cage with beer. And watching. They were like, yes, go, 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 and yeah, but I traumatized my knee a little bit from that point, but it was minor, it wasn't anything too much. But we got paid though, so...
At least you got some money out of it and a broken knee.
I was 17 though, and it wasn't even legal for me to be in that club. So when I got there, just because I was a fighter, that was the only way that they let me in, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get on the ring.
So you must have been fairly good. I've got a message from Jules. Jules in the chat room has said, can we have a demo of your fighting skills? Like, I don't want you to do it to me. I may look a little bit comfortable.
Jules!
Oh, see, you started something, Jules.
I want to kill you.
Yeah, getting to know each other, you said you had a pianist friend who was who used to go to the fights with you, and he used to do it too. And you gave him a bit of an unfortunate one. What happened there?
Actually, it was an accident.
They all say that. It's always an accident. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah, just like Mike Tyson, you know, when
yeah,
an accident.
Yeah, he didn't mean to bite zero.
Well, yes, he was a classic pianist. He was studying in a music academy with me, but he was doing a different class, and he was older than me. I was about 17 at the time, he was 25 or something. And funny enough, actually, we got on a business venture together when we were managing a project together. Although I found those clients, basically we were running a campaign, a concert campaign in support of a Russian politician trying to get into the parliament, Russian parliament. And basically I found the gig, and I invited him to help me manage the process, just because I wasn't allowed to sign the contract because I was still underage, so I needed a grown guy.
Yeah.
But then when it got to the point when we were supposed to get paid, we were standing outside the office in central Moscow, and we were, I didn't say that, we went to the same fight club, and this is how we met. We didn't meet in the music university, although we went there together. In that fight club, we never actually got in pair to fight, so he really didn't know what I was about. And we were standing outside the office and just talking about the money and everything, like how we're going to get paid, and just waiting.
Exciting, yeah,
Excited. Yes. And all of a sudden he was like, I don't remember. We were just talking about the project, and everything. He was like, yeah, what do you know? You're just a little girl. You don't know nothing. Like, you're not even an adult or anything. I was like, me? I'm an adult. I am. And in fact, I found this place and stuff. So then he said, oh, come on. I don't even think you can really fight. I was like, what? He was like, okay, come on.
That's fighting talk, that is.
So he started, he stood in a pose. Now, he started it, he struck a pose. I was like, okay, are you sure? He was like, yeah, come on, do it, yeah. So he, and all I did was just, the first showcase one, the first, it's not really, kicking or anything, but he didn't put any block at all. So it just went right into his face, and eventually he had 5 stitches on his lip, blood all over his white shirt. So, because he was wearing a suit and a white shirt, to go into the office. And so it proved by accident,
Well, at least he now thinks you're an adult, hey. At least you taught him a lesson.
Yeah. He was wearing them stitches for a month.
With pride, I bet, yeah?
No, he didn't want to tell anyone how it came about.
He was just like, I just woke up one day and I had stitches in my mouth. Like.
Yeah, because he couldn't say that it happened on the street one day. And Jahna did it.
At least it would have gave you some credit.
Yeah, but I'm not violent. I'm not a violent person at all. No, it was.
You just split people's lips open.
No. I started as a means of protecting myself, doing the martial arts. Then I learned that it's all about the art, rather than
the physical,
rather than kicking people and trying to punch anyone. In fact, we were told a lot of the times that if you're on the street and 10 people are trying to attack you, it's better to be a coward for 10 seconds and run away rather than risk your life, and then you never know what will happen for the rest of your life.